If you are any kind of gamer, chances are you've heard one of the nearly endless theories about them. Whether it's the idea that Shepard in Mass Effect is being mind-controlled by the Reapers the entire time, or that the Skyrim apocalypse will be brought about by bug jars, they're kind of hard to miss. These are my top 5 favorite game theories. Number 5. Gigas is a fetus. Earthbound is easily known for being a bit of a cult favorite among the RPG community, and if you've ever played it, it's not hard to see why. With its quirky music, characters, and scenarios, the whole game just screams for you to love it. If you've never played it, the main point of the game is that you, playing as Ness, and the people you pick up along the way, have to manage to go back in time to stop Gigas from becoming the new devil. It sounds pretty typical for an RPG. Well, this is where the theory comes in and messes shit up. Take a look at Gigas' form. Do you notice anything weird about it? How about now? Looks a little bit like a fetus, right? Basically, the theory is that yes, you have to go back in time to stop Gigas by aborting him. You walk into a giant cervix, for God's sake. The final battle apparently was in fact inspired by a scene from a movie called The Military Policeman and the Dismembered Beauty, where a woman is raped and then murdered. The creator of the game had apparently walked into the wrong theater as a child and caught this scene on accident. I could not imagine the nightmares. Now, I will say, this theory has been debunked by the creator himself, but I doubt that's going to stop people from believing what they want to regardless. Number 4. The world of Pokemon is recovering from a massive war. There are enough clues in the original games to piece this out for yourself, but I can tell you that as a 10-year-old, I was more worried about snatching up some legendary birds and Eevee evolutions, not much else. However, as an adult, it's almost painfully obvious. Your father is never mentioned, and your rival, Gary, his isn't either. It also seems like there are a ridiculous amount of other kids just wandering around without their parents. Aside from the huge amounts of gyms and hospitals, there also seems to be a lot fewer men compared to women, aside from military personnel and gym leaders. And while we're on the subject of gym leaders, can I mention that Lieutenant Surge directly states that an electric Pokemon saved him during the war? I've also heard that you can tie Lavender Town into this, that the graves of the Pokemon buried there are yet more casualties of the battles that had taken place however many years previous, leaving a lot of kids without parents and devastating the male population in general. Number 3. Link is dead. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail on this theory. If you want a full-blown, extensive take on it, I suggest you check out the video Link is Dead by the Game Theorist, but I'll run it down. Basically, the theory states that Link, mourning the loss of Navi, heads into the Lost Woods, and that fall he takes? Yeah, poor Link doesn't make it. And after all the good he did in Ocarina of Time. Now in Termina, Link has to deal with the 5 stages of greed, each one corresponding to the different areas the game takes you to. Now there's another theory that says the Twilight made Majora's Mask, and that the hero Shade, the skeleton warrior that teaches you special moves, and Twilight Princess is the same Link that died in Majora's Mask. Check it out, it's pretty extensive. Number 2. Animal Crossing sticks you in the middle of a child abducting cult. Okay, let me get this straight. You find yourself waking up in a bus. You're forced to answer some questions to Captain, who is based off a Japanese demon that kidnaps children. Then you get dumped off in a weird little town as the only human surrounded by a bunch of animals that somehow knew you were coming. Let's not forget to mention that your house is just a shack that you are immediately forced to start paying off. And when you finally get done with all those chores and payments, Nook doesn't even give you the option to say no to an expansion. It's right back to square one. At least you can decorate it how you want to. And if you want to just leave, nope. They tell you to turn around and forget about it at the gates. Number 1. The entire Mario cast is just that. A cast of actors. No, this isn't the theory that Super Mario Bros. 3 was a stage play, but it's sort of built around that. They're actors in general, and they play the parts they're given in any particular game. Sometimes it's as you'd expect, with Bowser being the baddie and Princess Peach screaming from the top of a castle as the damsel in distress. Sometimes Mario needs a break and Luigi finally gets his own episode of Cribs. In Mario Kart, they're all rivals, and Peach is just as likely to shell smash your face as Bowser is. And if you've ever played a Super Mario RPG, Bowser is an ally. Apparently he was sick of getting typecast. Furthermore, games like Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, levels are called episodes. And don't even get me started on Super Mario Bros. 2. Does anyone know what the fuck was happening in that game? And there you have it, guys. My favorite game theories. Which ones are your favorites? Leave me a comment and maybe there will be an episode 2. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.